Hi friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Kristen and this is Growing Zone 9B. So, what a difference literally like a couple of days makes. I'm not even joking you. So, our garden has exploded because the temperatures have started to actually cool down and drop, and it's been wonderful. So, I am so excited. I've got some peas. These are little snap peas that have come up. Are they not beautiful? Look at them. Now, I just enjoy eating those raw, so there's another one right there. I thought these were dead because you can see the discoloration, and I wasn't really too worried about it. But nope, we've got peas, so I'm excited about that. We're supposed to be getting a frost come the next couple of days, so I'm a little concerned. Look at the beautiful green foliage on my tomato plant. I mean, this plant has a gorgeous thick stem. It's looking great. These are my nasturtiums. I did have, oh yeah, it's I think it's cutting back somewhere, but I did have some flowers on here, so I've got nasturtiums that are just lining up all around here. I'm excited about that. Here's another tomato. This one just came up on its own. Here's some kale just in this bed. These smaller beds do really well if you're just looking to have a little bit of fun and not be, you know, super serious about growing. Here's another pea. Here's some more peas. You can see the flower right there. There's another nasturtium. The carrots, I pulled out those sweet potatoes. Y'all know we did the sweet potatoes. I still got sweet potatoes out there towards the back part. But in here, I've put some carrots. I was getting the bed very moist. You can see I've got something that is coming up in the bed. I think it's some type of a, I don't know, maybe an armadillo or something. This is not, you can see by the indentions that this is not Pumpkin, who normally does bad stuff in my garden. That is definitely not her. So my bin, my compost bin is overflowing because I've been pulling and making kale salads. Those are super delicious and I love them. So I got to get a cardboard box. Remember, once this ground is very moist, we need to cover it with a cardboard box. So I need to get a cardboard box and cover it. I don't know if you can tell, but it's very gray outside today, and I think the storms are going to start to roll in. I've got tomatoes over here in this little corner of the bed. So you can see they're just starting to flower. So with a frost coming, I don't think that we're going to have time to actually see it, but maybe these papayas will actually protect them. I never got these papayas up out of the bed. So there's another nasturtium, which I love these. I've got these mustard greens over here. They're just prolific. I have to get the pumpkins out. I definitely have to get this area cleaned up, but there's still sweet potatoes back here that I have to get to today. That is on my plan for things to do. That sweet potato casserole really turned out well. I had made a 13 by 9 inch pan. I had enough sweet potatoes at the time of picking that I did a 13 by 9 inch pan, and then I also just did that round circular pan for myself. I gave some to my nephews. I've got papayas coming in again. This one can be picked today, so I'll go ahead and pick that one. This one is probably just about ready. Here's my pineapples. My pineapples are all lined up over here. I gotta get this bed cleaned up too. But right there you can also see that I've got a bunch more. I've at least got 4 papayas, maybe 5 coming in there. My nephew took one home yesterday. He was over here, my oldest nephew. And then the puppies are out with me, of course. Look, I've even got passion fruit. So that's what I'm saying, my passion fruit's coming in because the weather has just done amazing and cooled off. Oh look, I've got a volunteer tomato right here. That's how I like to do it, y'all. It's just, if it's volunteering, God bless it. So we've got pumpkins. These are Seminole pumpkins. I need to get these taken out so that they don't split. You can see here that the stem is actually starting to turn and get darker. So that means I am okay to go ahead and cut these. So there you go. So there is our first little Seminole pumpkin. It's actually quite heavy. But is that not beautiful? I've got a couple more we need to cut today. So let's find them. Oh, there's one there. And then there's one there. These two aren't quite ready. That one over here is kind of, but I'm gonna go ahead and let it sit for right now, and I'll just go ahead and take this one. My neighbor's got an old red truck. It's really cool. I don't know if y'all can see it, but maybe I'll take y'all over there later and actually show y'all his truck. It's like really cool. It's like something you'd see in a Hallmark show or something, or like you'd buy it because it was cool. My grapes, they're struggling right now. But I've still got them, so that's good. That's out of control. I gotta get that cleaned up. Always a lot of cleaning to do. That's my blackberries over there, so. And I went right behind and started planting. You can see all the little sprouts. Those are arugula coming up. I've got to get them watered back in. It's, again, you can see a little hole or a divot there. That is not mouse. That is some other type of animal getting into my bed. So we do have armadillos, so maybe that's what it is. There's my ginger. Oh, look, there's some little bit of lettuce popping up. You can see the lettuce right there coming up. So the lettuce doesn't mind cooler weather. We were eating off this kale. This is the kale that we've been eating off of. There's some mustards in there too. I've got a tomato right there in the back that's coming up. And then we've got some more pumpkin coming in. So with the frost, I'm not sure how long this will last, but you can see I've got a lot of flowers all through here. There's a whole bunch of flowers coming in through there. That is some Asian lettuce that's popping up. So again, I don't know how the frost is gonna go, but there's my toilet paper plant popping up. That's looking good. There's a dicot radish. That's what's right next to it. And then the squirrels have been eating what little bit of mulberries. Remember, we had that hurricane that came through. So the mulberries are just, they got shredded, basically. So I'm gonna put my pumpkin down here. And we've got some loofah to get. So we're gonna go over here and grab some loofah. One of my sister-in-law, she was over here. My ADHD kicking in. Hang on, we gotta go see this. So here are collard greens and mustard greens coming up. There's a big mustard green. It kind of just took off. That's what I said, like some of them are super sporadic and just doing really, really well. Oh, there's a key lime. I let it go a little too long. I need to come and pick that for sure. Get that off. So I said I never get like enough necessarily in one. I need like more plants or something so that I can get enough that I can actually like do something with these products. But yeah, look, I got little bees. There's a little bee hanging out. Look how big this has gotten. This is my loofah. I've got a dead loofah up here, a dead one, well, one that can be picked. So there's a loofah for you. We grow loofah fairly well here. Look at all the abundance of greens right here. These are the black-eyed Susans. They're definitely taking off and doing well. But with the frost, I don't know what's gonna happen, but look at all this. This is arugula. I'm gonna be making a lot of arugula salads. This is a giant mustard green. That thing is basically just taken over in the last few days. There is more arugula over here. And then of course this giant mustard on the other side. I mean, this thing is literally taking up like half the bed, the mustard green is. But this arugula is beautiful. And then there are some lettuces that are in the back. So I gotta get this loofah. Finish letting them dry. And then you can see there's a loofah there. There's a tiny loofah there, tiny. So I don't think that those are gonna hold up to the frost very well. Like, look, there's another baby loofah. There's one right there, one there. I mean, I'm hoping and praying that they actually do. That would be great. But yeah. Oh, this is that Asian like lettuce that's coming through right here. Do you see it's got like these, it's kind of like a forked leaf. They're kind of bitter, but they actually taste really, really good. To me, I like a little bit of bite sometimes. So look at that leaf. That is a mustard green leaf. It is ginormous. It's literally like the size of my body. I'm not like joking you. I don't think the camera is doing it justice. I mean, this thing is, look how huge it is. Look at my hand compared to it. Like, here's my hand, and then this whole leaf. It is absolutely insane. It's probably the largest I've seen. Oh, this one got stuck back here. If I pull it out, it's gonna rip it. So, I mean, look at it. It's like so large, it's taking over the plants that I planted down here. So, oh, there's a rogue onion right there that's coming up with some sprouts. So, oh, what a mess. What a mess. But yeah, that's what I wanted to do today, was basically come out here before the frost. I actually wanted to shoot a little bit of video. Luna! My dogs are in the bed. Get out of the bed. You're part of the reason why I have issues, little girl. Stop your digging. We have to break you of digging, Luna. Oh, little girl, little girl. What am I gonna do with you? Oh, there's some more tomatoes over here. You can see the tomatoes there. There's a tomato right there. Maybe we'll get lucky. I think, oh yeah, over here. I need to put these down. My loofahs. I need to put my loofahs down. It's a really lovely day out, which is nice. Kind of crazy that tomorrow's gonna be so cold, but that's what happens. And you know, we'll probably just get this nice little nipped frost, and then that'll be that. My produce and vegetables will die back, and we'll start all over. My brother was actually telling me that he had planted some broccoli, and his broccoli just started to grow, and then it just went to flower. He's like, I don't know what happened. He's like, I thought it got maybe too hot, but who knows? I'm like, yeah, dude, that's how it is here. Like, people don't understand that. We've got some radishes in here. Look, there's some radishes. Radish. More radish right there. It's nice. There's the purple mustard green. Looks like we've got some parsley trying to pop up along with some dill. And I don't know if you guys can see out there on the lake, but my fiance is actually on the jet ski. He's enjoying it. There he is. He's enjoying it before it actually gets too cold. So he was like, I'm going out on the jet ski. He's like the only one out on the lake today, which is nice for him. I don't know if y'all can see it. Yeah, there he is. He's going to be coming in because he sees me standing out here. Cool machine, right? And there he goes. I was just telling him and my parents, I'm getting so chunky. It's true, y'all. I'm putting on some weight. I hit that menopause and, whoo, Lord. So I'm trying to treat it naturally because the doctors really don't want to give me anything for it. So they're just like, oh, just, you know, figure it out on your own. So it'll be all right. We're getting through it. All right. I did get some little guavas. These are pineapple guavas. I got 2 of them. I need to plant those and get those planted and in the ground. I'll probably just pull them under the carport for the frost, which is perfectly fine. Obviously, I don't expect my beans to actually go to, you know, harvest at this point, especially if we're going to get a frost. They don't like frost, so I'll end up just taking these and turning these back under. This is actually red kale. See, I did a mixed kale. And there's red, and then there's the one with the purple, so. And then here's some more arugula, because y'all know I love arugula, so we'll be eating on arugula for a little bit. And then here's a little sunflower. It's super beautiful and gorgeous. And then I've got some lemon basil right over here. And then there's a bunch of basil that has gone to seed, which I honestly, oh, and here's the other pumpkin. It's not quite ready yet. Yeah, this one's not ready for me to cut, so I might just bury it in some leaves and then see how it does during the frost and then take it from there. So there's Pumpkin and Tiffany tussling out there. Silly dogs. Alright, so here's this bed. You can see it's just gone to junk. Here's my seeds from my basil. So I have so many basil seeds. I will probably just take these, honestly, and just throw them out in the yard. So that's what I think I'm going to do there. And then, oh, look, I got some little tomatoes up here on this side. Look, tomatoes and tomatoes. I will actually leave these here. Like, I'm not going to pull them off even though they're green. I will see what happens, and if the, you know, God willing, they'll survive the little bit of frost that we have coming, and then we'll be able to enjoy a bunch of tomatoes, I'm hoping. That's kind of why I've not pulled these rickety looking cages out yet, because they had the pea on them, the winged bean. See, like, here's a winged bean. I'm letting it dry out intentionally so that I can save it for seed. So this one seems to be kind of ready, so I can probably take this one, but I gotta cut it. So we'll go ahead and cut this one. So that's what it should look like. It dries itself out. I like to leave, if I can, I leave some of my stuff already here so that way I can just let it dry. This one's starting to dry as well, so I'll be able to plant them next season. There's more tomatoes in here. And then, of course, I have one little lonely pumpkin over here. It's actually the sweet potato squash, but it's like a pumpkin. So there it is. And then I've got to get over here and dig these sweet potatoes up out of this bed. So I just wanted to take some video before that frost comes, because we'll be starting over again. What I want to do, I think, and I've talked about this a couple times, and I don't think my fiance is as committed to it because it's a lot of work on his part, because he's gonna have to help me, is I think I want to take these 3-tiered beds out. I actually got these beds from Amazon, and they're really rough. They're jagged on the edges. You can see they've rusted. They didn't last very long at all. And so I just think they're very dangerous. You can see there's more rust there. I want to actually take the soil out of these beds at some point, and I either want to move the bed that's over there, which I know my fiance is like, I'm not moving that bed, or I need to buy another bed or two in here and just redo this area, because that's the thing when you start off. Like, I started off with wooden beds, and then I started moving into the ones I got from Amazon, and then now I'm going with, I call them Vigo beds, but I think they're Vago, I don't know, but they're VEGO, call them whatever you choose to call them, but that's where I get most of my beds from. So that is our little garden tour for today. We're just doing a walkthrough before the frost, because I will probably end up losing a lot of this. Oh look, there's a little bee. I don't know if you can see him. There's a little bee right there, eluding me. And there it goes over here. So that's kind of why I like stuff to go to flower, because the bees get to enjoy what's left for their winter. So all right, so there's a little tour. Like I said, I just wanted to get some pictures of video of what I had before that frost comes in. So I hope everybody's doing well. Did y'all, like, I have to tell y'all this too, over the Thanksgiving holiday, I actually felt guilty to some degree. We had so much food. We were so blessed. My parents had food. We had food. You know, they brought over food. My brother cooked a turkey and a ham, and literally there was so much food. I shared some with my neighbors, but it just made me think like how blessed we are to have a roof over our head, you know, to not have that much storm damage that wasn't outside that we couldn't take care of. And it just made me concerned for the people that actually are still going through this journey, because like my parents are still, you know, working on some stuff at their house because it flooded. And you know, this is a very long and ongoing project, and I think honestly that this will probably take them all the way through, you know, Christmas. And for some people, I think that it's going to be much longer for them. So I am, you know, I do feel bad. I feel bad for the people that are living in tents and just trying to get by, and that don't really, you know, what they had was all they had, and it's just already a struggling economy. There's so many places that are going out of business or closing. And you know, that's part of the reason why I grow, is because I try to supplement our, you know, what we're bringing in. And with the inflation, more than anything, if I can grow, like, it's not that we can't go get food, because we obviously do, but it's, you know, a way of teaching others. I work with a lot of lower income families, and I mean like super low, and so I just want them to see that it is possible, and that you're gonna have ups and downs. Like, we had the hurricane come through, it wiped a lot of stuff out, but then all of a sudden, boom, you know, I'm sitting in basically, or standing in a sea of green here, right behind me. So you got to have patience when growing and gardening, and you know, you got to just recognize what you can grow in your area. And even if it's only basil, you can make basil teas. You know, you can share with your friends or do an exchange. And I always talk a lot about that. Like I said yesterday, or whatever, I had taken some sweet potato casserole over to my neighbors, because, you know, they don't get exotic stuff like that. Like, you don't go to the store all the time and see purple sweet potatoes. And to be able to grow that, I think it's important. I'm even encouraging my aunt, who lives in Georgia, to start growing as well. She sent me some pictures. She said she got about 200 peppers off of one of her plants, and I thought that that was just absolutely amazing. Like, that's the stuff I'm talking about. So that adds into your food and into your health and into supplementing, you know, or just putting food on the table that you would have had to spend money on at the store, that when you just bought a couple of seeds, you were able to actually get stuff to grow. So that's my encouragement for today, is just to remember others, you know, love one another. Make sure that you're helping your friends and family when you can, because you never know when you're going to need that community and that support. And just be kind, and don't forget the season that we're in. Let's not be greedy. Let's do for others instead of constantly, you know, a lot of us do for ourselves and only think about ourselves. But we really need to be thinking about the loved ones and those around us and people that are still struggling. If you have the opportunity to bless someone, please bless someone. All right, until next time, love one another, be kind, and I will see you guys in the next video.